We're going to be solving equations again today. One thing we haven't reviewed from last year is what do you do when you have variables on both sides of the equation? Sort of what we're going to tackle today. So if I had 3x plus 6 equals 4x minus 1, how do I solve that? So we need both variables on the same side. Do we care what side? It doesn't really matter technically. Do you have a preference in this case? We want to move the smaller number. How come? Then you won't end up with a negative variable. So the goal will be move the 3x, and then I need to move the 1. I get 7 equals x. If you move them the other way, you would get negative x equals 7, or negative 7. How do you fix that? You multiply by negative 1, or you just go through and change all the signs, and you would get x equals 7. It is always a good idea to plug it back in and make sure it works. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 6 is 27. 4 times 7 is 28, minus 1 is 27, so that ended up working. Okay, take a look at the assignment today. Let's look at number 13. This incorporates several of the things we've reviewed. You have variables on both sides. You have the option to either divide by that 6 on the right side or distribute that in. Do I want to divide by 6? Whoa, that is not what I want to do. Do I want to divide by 6, or do I want to multiply that 6 in? In this case, it doesn't really matter. Dividing by 6 will work. You have to divide both of these by 6, and both 18 and 6 are divisible by 6. But if you had something like 14 and 7, would you want to divide by 6? Definitely not. If you distributed, you would have 6 plus 18k, and then you just move the x's or the k's to one side and the numbers to the other, and then solve. Also look at number 20. A lot going on here. Should I divide by negative 5? That is a bad idea, because if you divide this by negative 5, you have to divide everything by negative 5. And the only one that really seems to work is this one, and nothing on the other side is going to be nice. I would avoid dividing by negative 5. Instead, I would distribute the negative 5 and the 5. So negative 5 plus 25x minus 40x minus 10 equals negative 4x minus 8x. What would be your solution plan here? Combine like terms, where would you move all the x's? In this case, the right side might be better, because then it would be positive, and you already have numbers on the left. So if you move all the x's to the left, then you need to move the constant terms to the right. They'll both work. If you want to avoid negatives, I would move the x's to the right side, and sometimes you can't avoid negatives. No matter what you move, one of them will end up being negative. Okay, any questions about this? Do you understand how to solve this? Combine like terms, isolate the variable, and solve using reverse order of operations. All right, good luck.